Hey everybody, Noah here, bringing you a little series on mobility. I just took a really fun course by the Functional Training Institute out of Australia. They taught me a lot of new concepts that I'm here to share with you. The first one, which this video will be one of 4, is on joint rolling. So a quick little explanation of what joint rolling is bringing each of your joints through different ranges of motion. And what that does is give them a little proprioception. Another word for that is joint awareness. So it kind of lets your brain know where your joint is in space, and it helps you move a little bit better, a little further, and a little more, it adds a little more stability when you do move. Your body kind of makes mental maps of how you move and how it doesn't want you to move, and it prefers to move the easiest way. So by doing this, we're having an unweighted, we're just using our body weight, and it kind of helps give the body awareness as you watch it roll. And then when you're actually working out or performing or whatever it may be, your body remembers it and then can use it in real time. So another thing this also helps with is kind of helps warm up the joints before activity. So I'm gonna take you through a quick little flow that goes through most of the important joints that you may want to do before working out or before an activity, whether it's running. Kind of just lets the joints kind of warm up and lets them kind of use the full range of motion that they are intended to. So we're gonna start at the feet. We're gonna start at the ankle. All right. So how this works, you're gonna imagine you have like a ring on the outside of your foot, and you're gonna roll, putting your body weight through. You're gonna roll on the outside of your foot all the way through. So I'm going on the outside of my foot, going down to my toes. I'm on the ball of my foot, and I'm gonna bring it back through on the inside of my foot. Pick up the toe, so it's just my heel on the ground, and I'm gonna turn my foot towards the outside. And I'm just gonna pretty much do a circle. All right. So you wanna do this 5 to 8 times. And then if you want, you can switch directions. It's also going to give your muscles a little warm up, especially at the ankle. There's a lot of coordination. You may feel like you're getting a little tired. Ready? I'll show you from the side view. So what it looks like, I have my weight on the outside of my foot. I'm putting a little, just my body weight through that leg. I'm rolling forward. I'm on the toes, my heel's up. Heel comes back down. I'm turning my foot in. I'm bringing my weight through the back and inside of the foot, back to the heel. So I'm just doing little circles. And what this is allowing is I'm getting to each end of range with my ankle. So I'm flexing it up as far as I can. I'm bringing my heel up as far as I can. I'm turning my foot in as far as I can. I'm turning my foot out as far as I can. But I'm doing it in a complete circle. All right. So you want to do 5 to 8 times on each side. I'll skip this side for now. The next one's the knees. This may look a little familiar. It's pretty easy. It's just a squat. So I'll show you a side view first. We're here, and we're just going to a little squat. You kind of just want to take up as much of the range as you can in the knees. All right. Boom. We're here. I put my feet, just natural, whatever's natural for you. And just a squat. That warms up the knees. It gets it moving in flexion and extension, what we call it, pretty easily. Then we'll move up to the hips. There's a couple different ones for the hips. The first one here, it looks a little weird, but standing circles. So we're gonna pretty much pretend our hip, and like the center of our hip right in between is a pencil. We're gonna draw a big circle. So we're pushing it back, we're moving them over to the side as far as we can, and we're bringing them forward. So just like we did with the ankle, we're pretty much just doing a big circle with the hips. Keep the knees nice and soft. We don't want them to bend too much, but we don't want them super stiff either. If this hurts the low back, we just don't go as far back into it. I'll show you a side view. So once again, you go 5 to 8 rolls in each position. So we're just doing little circles. Looks like it could be a dance or something. This just brings the hips through a bunch of different ranges of motion. Kind of gets to the end range, so it kind of knows what it has to play with when you're moving. All right. The next one here, we're going to rotations. So this warms up the thoracic spine, as well as the hips. So we're just gonna do some rotations. This is something Adam and everybody at the gym, we like to do quite often for a little warm up. So there's gonna be two different variations of this. This is warming up the back and the hips as we rotate the feet inwards. All right. To make it just the back, we're gonna plant that feet, but be careful. We don't want a lot of torque through the spine. We're just going from one end range to the other. So we're just rotating from one side, boom, to the other side. All right. This just warms up. This focuses on the spine a little bit more, kind of removes the hips from the equation. Working our way up, we're gonna go to shoulders. And shoulders work, they're pretty easy, just shoulder circles, all right? We're doing big circles. There's one key thing here we really wanna focus on, and that's the scapula. It often gets missed. You have a little shoulder blade in the back of pretty much sitting on your back. It has to rotate and move forward, and it accommodates for the shoulder a lot. If the scapula is not moving properly, you're gonna have some shoulder issues. So what we really want to do is what we call protracting the scapula. So you can reach out in front of you, but then you can push your scapula even further. It's protraction right there. Then we have retraction. That's the other one. So while we're doing these circles, we're going to go from protraction to retraction. So we're starting at the side, we're bringing arms out, we're protracting the scapula, pushing out front, and then we're going back, we're retracting, we're squeezing them together, and we're bringing them back in. All right. We're just going nice and slow through all the ranges. We're still getting that joint awareness that we want. It's going to warm up the joint. It's going to warm up the muscles around the scapula. We'll do 5 to 8 in each direction, just about as big as we can. And then we'll move on to the elbow and forearm area. This one has 2 variations. We're here making a T, and we're going palms up, and then we're going to bend the elbows to palms up right by the ears. All right. So what this is doing, you're going to be rotating your forearm like this, and you're going to be bending your elbow from all the way straight to as bent as far in as you can. Some people might have a little more range here than others. That's okay. After we do 5 to 8 of these, we're going to do almost the same thing, but exact opposite. Palms are facing down, and then we're going to turn to facing down. All right. So palms up to palms up, palms down to palms down. All right. Nice and controlled. We're just working to the ends of range. If any of these are painful, stop right away. We just want to take it into a pain-free range. The last one we have here, we're working with the wrists. So this one might be a little difficult. It takes a little mobility. I'm going to come in a little bit closer and show you up close. So we're going to try to get the forearms as close as we can together. We're going to interlock the fingers here, and we're going to go down one side, roll around, flip to the other side. Boom. So we're kind of like making a figure 8. All right, this one we're just kind of bring it through. We're gonna bend the wrists in each direction. This one's something you kind of just have to watch. It's hard to explain. Perfect. So we're gonna do 5 to 8 of these. And then that's the last one. Most of the important joints in the body are all nice and warmed up. And you're ready to go. Thanks for listening to the video 1 here. I'll see you all in video 2.